For today's adventure, I find myself here at the Green Lawn Cemetery in Columbus, Ohio. I've come here today to pay my respects and visit the final resting place of an actor who was laid to rest here. He was in one of the biggest movies ever made, and this is his story. Welcome everybody to Jordan's Film Quest. Today's adventure, we are visiting the final resting place of actor James Reeves Hulse Jr. He was a Munchkin in the movie The Wizard of Oz. And I'm going to show you his final resting place here at the Green Lawn Cemetery in Columbus, Ohio. He is laid to rest in section 106 here. Towards the back right of the cemetery, there's a couple roads that split, and right there is a tree line with a building just on the other side, and his final resting place is right over here, just off the road. Hulse Jr. Being that James was only in the movie The Wizard of Oz, he doesn't have much of an acting background to go off of. So here's a little history about James Reeves Hulse Jr. Born March 16, 1915, according to research, James's growth was stunted by polio at a very young age. He only reached the height of 4 feet 6 inches by the time he graduated from Muhlenberg Township High School in Darbyville. James loved school so much, and he was actually a Latin scholar, but this was all during the Great Depression, and his size made it near impractical for him to go to college, so he became a farm laborer for his occupation. However, something happened to interrupt his immediate plans. He attended the Circleville Pumpkin Show and also attended the Harvey Williams Midget Troupe. Harvey noticed that James was also of small stature, so of course, Harvey made James an offer that he couldn't refuse. Harvey's troupe was under contract to appear in the new movie called The Wizard of Oz. They could guarantee James a role in the movie if he wanted to come along, and Mr. Williams would receive a small fee for everyone in his troupe who was in the film, so that meant more money for him. While he was away filming, he wrote home, and there was an article published by the Circleville Herald that said, Jimmy Hulse, son of Mr. and Mrs. James Hulse of Jackson Township, will appear in The Wizard of Oz as a member of the Harvey Midget Troupe. Young Hulse, who joined the troupe in Kansas City 2 weeks ago, wrote to Williams Goler, South Court Street, that he arrived in Hollywood and that everything was all right. So in the movie, when Dorothy arrives in Munchkin Land, Glinda starts singing the song come out, wherever you are. And just as the Munchkins are coming out of everywhere, it is said that James can be seen when the Munchkin is coming out of the sewer. He's wearing a yellow jacket with orangish pants, but there's not a lot of information to go off of. This was the only information I found of him from the film. So just a few feet away from James Hulse Jr.'s headstone, right here, would be his parents, James R. Hulse and Hester Hulse, his mother and father. However, he is buried right here, but there are also these headstones right here. I'm not entirely sure how they are related, but their last name is also Reeves. So if anybody can confirm the relationship between Harry Reeves, Stella Reeves, and James Reeves Hulse Jr. here, please write down in the comments below. I would love to know more about this. So as I'm walking around the cemetery here, I can't help but to think of the first time that I ever watched The Wizard of Oz. I was very young. Pretty sure I was at my grandmother's house, but I remember watching it. I remember flying monkeys and the witch scared the crap out of me. I mean, it goes without saying, I'm sure it scared a lot of people as well. But I would have to say that my favorite part out of that entire movie is probably the apple trees that Dorothy and they all stumble across, and she goes to take the apple off of the tree, and the tree throws apples back at her. I don't know, I always just thought that was pretty funny. And then of course when the scarecrow falls down, not sure why I found that funny, but who knows. Many of the midgets in The Wizard of Oz immigrated from Europe as part of the Leo Singer group and could not speak English well or take direction. So speaking and dancing parts were limited primarily to those that were American born. James was thrilled to meet Judy Garland, but he was smitten by Carolyn Granger, a young lady in Williams' troupe. And after filming, James was offered additional work in another film that was to star some of the midgets from The Wizard of Oz, but with no guarantees. James decided that that wasn't the life for him, and he returned home. Once James returned home, he went back to farming, but later moved to Columbus with his mother and father. He worked at Frecker's Restaurant and the Tom Thumb Restaurant, and he also worked at the George Byers and Sons parking garage. I couldn't find any information regarding how he had passed away, but I would assume it was from natural causes, and he is laid to rest here in Columbus with his mother and father and what I would believe would be some of his family members in Columbus, Ohio here. So before I end things here, I would like to dedicate this video not only to James Reeves Hulse Jr., one of the Munchkins in The Wizard of Oz, but I would also like to dedicate this video to my cousin Katie Hankins, who unfortunately passed away at the young age of 21, just a month shy of 22. The Wizard of Oz was her all-time favorite movie. She loved the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and they actually had played that song at her funeral, and it was very emotional. And she left behind two very, very smart young boys. Katie, we love you, we miss you. James Reeves Hulse Jr., we love you and we miss you, and I will see you guys next time on Jordan's Film Quest. If you guys like the gravesite videos, leave a comment down below, let me know so I can keep doing them if you guys enjoy them. Also remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.